Wow.
Jake Paul, I mean, as of right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
I don't like it.
Is it because of the...
Jay, I look at Mike, it's like, I look at him different.
Floyd Mayweather recently shared his perspective on the upcoming Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul matchup, offering an analysis that quickly caught the attention of both fans and analysts.
Is he someone you're interested in or no?
Well, you know, if you go back, you got to do your homework, look on the internet. I think he was doing a sit down on a podcast one time, and he talked about it. He said, I don't want to do an exhibition. But one thing I like about him, one thing I do like about him, he's selling it. He's selling it, and he's making good money, and he's entertaining. I like it.
Mike Tyson has sent a chilling message to Jake Paul, issuing yet another warning ahead of their upcoming fight. In a recent Snapchat post, Tyson shared an intense close-up photo of himself drenched in sweat, paired with the famous quote about everyone having a plan until they get hit. A reminder of how quickly strategy can fall apart once punches start landing. Not long after, Tyson posted another image showing him working the pads, this time captioned with a short but confident message suggesting that all attention is on him. His trainer, Rafael Cordero, has weighed in on the matchup, predicting that the fight will be more tactical than brutal. According to Cordero, Paul is a capable boxer who isn't easily intimidated, which could lead to a more technical contest rather than an all-out beatdown. Still, Cordero believes Tyson's power will ultimately make the difference. He explained that Tyson's punches are impossible to ignore and that Jake Paul will eventually feel their impact. Once that happens, Cordero says, the direction of the fight will become clear. He also suggested that Paul may panic under pressure, something Tyson thrives on in the ring. Jake Paul, however, has responded with confidence and humor. He has vowed to give Tyson a taste of his own medicine, jokingly referencing Tyson's infamous ear-biting incident against Evander Holyfield. In one interview, Paul claimed that people underestimate his ability to handle Tyson's power, adding that while he knows the challenge is massive, power is often the last thing a fighter loses. Despite Paul's bold statements, many fans remain unconvinced. Social media reactions to his recent training clips have been harsh, with critics mocking his punching power and suggesting that even at his age, Tyson would still pose an overwhelming threat. Meanwhile, tension continues to simmer between the Paul brothers and Floyd Mayweather. Their rivalry dates back to Logan Paul's exhibition bout with Mayweather in 2021, and it nearly escalated last year when Jake Paul and Mayweather had a heated encounter outside an arena during an NBA game in Miami.
Who you supposed to be? I'm just working, man.
What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss? What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys?
I told you before, put that
Yo, let's bust him up. Where you running, Jake? Where you going since your fight? Since you lost? What's up, Jake? Where you going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at it!
Logan Paul recently appeared on In Depth with Graham Bensinger, where he made a striking claim about Floyd Mayweather's ongoing resentment toward Jake Paul. According to Logan, Mayweather has not let go of the tension and still holds strong hostility toward his younger brother. Logan also suggested that the situation became serious enough that Jake has kept personal security with him ever since the incident. He implied that Mayweather's inner circle can be dangerous, emphasizing how intense things have become behind the scenes. Footage from a past encounter further highlights the bad blood between the two, showing a heated face-off in which Jake Paul grabbed Mayweather's hat, an action that escalated their rivalry and added fuel to an already volatile feud.
What's up? You want to run a 2-on-1 Absolutely. You want to run a 2-on-1 Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Yes, sir. Get the paperwork for this bum. Get Al Heyman. Absolutely. I don't need Al Heyman. Let me call Al Heyman. I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss. 2-on-1 night. Got your hat.
While reflecting on the infamous hat-snatching moment, Logan Paul revealed that Jake had actually warned him ahead of time. According to Logan, Jake mentioned he was going to grab Floyd Mayweather's hat, but Logan didn't take it seriously and never expected him to follow through. When it actually happened, Logan admitted he felt blindsided and immediately concerned about the fallout. Logan explained that Jake's impulsive move put him in a dangerous position, especially with so much on the line. At the time, Logan was just weeks away from what he described as the most important event of his life and the possibility of getting injured, or worse, because of someone else's actions didn't sit well with him. He stressed that risking serious harm to step in and protect his younger brother would have been reckless. That, in contrast, Mike Tyson has always been known for facing every challenge head-on throughout his legendary boxing career, going toe-to-toe with the top fighters of his generation. During an open conversation with Steve Farhood on Showbox, Tyson was asked to name a fantasy opponent from any era. Without hesitation, he pointed to Floyd Mayweather. Tyson admitted that a real fight between them could never happen due to their size difference, but said he would have loved the opportunity if they were evenly matched. He also noted that he wouldn't approach Mayweather the same way others did. Farhood reacted with amusement as Tyson went on to explain that Mayweather's skill level would force any opponent to abandon a traditional, clean fighting style. Tyson emphasized how difficult it is to beat Mayweather, describing his approach in the ring as incredibly hard to solve. According to Tyson, fighting Mayweather requires doing whatever it takes because his technique and defensive mastery make him nearly unbeatable when fought conventionally. In a separate recollection, Tyson also addressed a moment when Mayweather compared himself to Muhammad Ali and even suggests
he's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his to school by himself. Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to...
Turning back to the highly discussed Tyson versus Paul matchup, boxing legend Roy Jones Jr., who shared the ring with Mike Tyson during an exhibition bout in 2020, has voiced confidence in Tyson's ability to beat Jake Paul. Drawing from firsthand experience, Jones said that Tyson's punches still carry the same dangerous force they always did. According to Jones, if Tyson lands cleanly on anyone's chin, the result could be serious regardless of who the opponent is. While Jones spoke positively about Jake Paul as a person and acknowledged his progress in boxing, he stressed that Tyson's power remains a major threat. He pointed to their own encounter as proof, explaining that even younger fighters would struggle after absorbing shots like that. Jones also noted that the fight makes sense from a promotional standpoint, predicting strong interest and high viewership, especially now that the matchup has shifted from an exhibition to a sanctioned bout. Despite the hype, skepticism continues to surround the fight due to Tyson's age and long periods of inactivity. Many critics argue that Paul has consistently steered clear of more traditional boxing opponents, and some believe this fight follows that same pattern. Former multi-division champion Bernard Hopkins, however, takes a very different view. Hopkins has openly criticized the matchup, arguing that Tyson, in his opinion, is one of the greatest fighters of all time and should be treated with the highest level of respect. From Hopkins' perspective, the fight lacks real appeal and does little to honor Tyson's legacy. Hopkins went so far as to say the event feels more like a spectacle than a serious sporting contest, comparing it unfavorably to watching something as slow-moving as a turtle race. He made it clear that the matchup doesn't interest him and stated that he has no intention of watching, believing it offers little more than theatrics rather than meaningful competition.
I don't like it. I think it's become more of a sideshow with some sweat, maybe some blood, if we're lucky. I won't watch it. No, I can watch two turtles race and be more excited.
Bernard Hopkins believes the current situation risks overshadowing Mike Tyson's legacy. While he acknowledges that Tyson could earn massive sums of money from these appearances, Hopkins argues that financial gain doesn't necessarily match the stature Tyson earned during his prime. From Hopkins' perspective, these events don't reflect the level of respect Tyson's career deserves. Hopkins explained that his view comes from personal history, noting that he not only fought during the same era as Tyson, but also shared the ring with him. He emphasized that his criticism isn't about money, saying Tyson can earn whatever he wants, but rather about how these fights reflect on Tyson's place in boxing history. In his opinion, the spectacle diminishes the image of a fighter who once defined an era. Elsewhere in the combat sports world, another notable figure has weighed in on the Tyson versus Paul matchup. Ahead of Tyson's summer bout with Jake Paul, bare-knuckle fighter Mike Perry was asked about a dream opponent and immediately brought up Paul's name. Perry issued a warning, suggesting that if Jake Paul were to seriously hurt Tyson, he would want a chance to face Paul himself. Perry, who previously worked as one of Paul's sparring partners ahead of Paul's 2021 fight with Ben Askren, is also a longtime admirer of Tyson. That admiration appears to fuel his strong reaction, as reports suggest Perry would take issue with anyone injuring the former heavyweight champion. While acknowledging that Paul hasn't competed in bare-knuckle fighting, Perry hinted that Paul has a history of stepping into situations others might shy away from. Perry went on to openly challenge Paul, urging him to prove himself in what he described as a more genuine test of toughness if he were to get past Tyson. While recognizing that Paul has athletic ability, Perry dismissed Paul's previous wins, implying they came against limited competition and questioning how he would fare in a more demanding heat.